When you activate and do this work in and on your root chakra to raise up your kundalini serpent fire dragon power up through your body to your crown to be crowned, so that you're sitting on the throne of your power, of your purpose, and of your pussy. Okay? When you do this work in and on yourself, you learn how to turn your pussy power into your purpose. You learn how to tap into your pussy power for your purpose. You learn how to tap into your pussy power to activate your beauty, your confidence, to remember who you are, what you are, why you even came to this planet. You learn to tap into your pussy power to awaken your magnetism, to awaken your spiritual gifts and abilities, to remember your spiritual gifts and abilities and what you are to do with them while you're on this planet. But let me tell you why. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. I am your creator of this colony and the many colonies we're building around our globe, hell, around our galaxies at this point. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty, aka Nova, also known as the Gypsy Empress. Now let's get into this message. I'm going to be looking down because I've got some notes in front of me. Y'all know I can go off on a tangent, and I don't want to do that today. I want to kind of stay on track. So I'm going to be looking down. I got some notes in front of me. Let's get into it. Shouts out to all the new subscribers here. I see you. Shouts out to all of the subscribers that left. I see you too. Listen, Alcheminity is on a evolutionary trajectory. Okay. There are some people who unsubscribe to Alcheminity because they cannot go where we're going because they're no longer a vibrational match or on the vibrational frequency. Right? That's how it is. A flood of people leave and all of those who are meant to be here come in. So I see you, new subscribers. Welcome home. Welcome to your colony. Okay. This is your home. Make no mistake about it. You have been guided here for a reason. So welcome. Okay. To those of you who are members over on Patreon, shout out to my Patreon members. We have so much yummy, delicious, juicy content over there. We have so much fun over there. If you feel guided to go deeper, if you like it deep, just say you like it deep and become a member over on Patreon, and I'll see you over there. Okay. That is our sacred sanctuary. That's where all of my explicit content is. Okay. So if you cannot take the heat of explicit content, videos, articles, written works, then don't become a member over on Patreon. It's not for you. But if you're here in our community, I feel that it's guided. I feel guided, strongly guided to tell you to become a member there. All right. Anyway, let's get into this message. Listen, how to turn your pussy, POOS hyphenated E power into your purpose. Now, those of you that know, you know that my most recent merch, but the first articles of merch that I came out with was called Fear of Feminine Power is a Mental Disorder. If you don't have that, go ahead and get that. All right. The merch is available on my website. All right. TimmeshaBurgess.com. And now the new motif is pussy power. It's spelled POOS hyphenated E. And what we're doing here in our community is redefining the meaning of pussy power, what it means, right? You have so many toxic female energies talking about pussy power, and the only perspective they share about it is how to put it on Tyrone Marcus them to get what you want. That's not what we talk about here. We don't talk about sex here, okay? What we do here on Alcheminity as alchemists is tap into our sensual and sexual energy, for our purpose and our missions, our power, our beauty, our magnetism. We realize that sexual energy is God. We realize and know, understand that our sexual energy is the energy of creation. that all life has been created from sensual and sexual energy, that God creates from sensual and sexual energy. So we tap into God, Goddess, by knowing ourselves, by knowing our bodies. We commune with God here as alchemists through our sensual and sexual energy, right? So if you like to know more about how to connect to your body, how to connect to God, how to connect to Goddess, how to connect to the energy of creation, which is God, by connecting to your bodies for your personal development, for your self-help, for your mental health, then remain a subscriber here on YouTube, but also become a member over on Patreon. Let's get into it. How to turn your pussy power into your purpose. Again, POOS hyphenated E. We know that we can do more with the spirit of our yonis because it is a spirit that we're awakening. It is a spirit that we're communing with when we tap into our sensual and sexual energy. It is a spirit that we're working with when we heal and do the work in and on our root chakra and raising that energy up through our bodies to our crowns. That is a spirit that you're working with, and that spirit is God. How in churches, how we were taught about the Holy Spirit. Your sensual and sexual energy is holy. That is your Holy Spirit. Your pussy is where your Holy Spirit dwells. Oh, oh my God. By the way, y'all like my little, what do you call this? Beret? Is it a beret? I got it on my travels in Paris. Yeah. One of the gift shops in Paris, honey. Yeah, when I was there. How was Paris, some of you wonder? I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to go and visit. I've always wanted to go. And it was great. It was great to see some of the most historical sites in the world. Absolutely thankful for the experience. Would I want to go back to Paris? Not so much. Not so much. I'm ready for other places. Paris, like once you visit it, it's kind of like, okay, I've marked it off my bucket list. Can I be honest in saying I wasn't that impressed with Paris? I wasn't that impressed. I wasn't. Really wasn't. The Champs-Élysées, walking there, seeing the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre and the Arc de Triomphe, and it was great to see all those things, but I wasn't that impressed with Paris. Paris is so crowded, y'all. I thought it was going to be like, so one of my favorite movies is called Sabrina. There was like a 1960 version with Audrey Hepburn, and then there was like a 1990s version with forget my boy. Anyway, I thought it would be like that, like when she went, and I thought it was going to be sexy, and I would meet a sexy French man who would sweep me off my feet and move me into a luxury villa. I thought Paris was like the place of love. Well, something must happen. Something must be in the water, y'all, because Paris is not what I thought it would be. But I'm thankful for the experience. No offense to my Parisians, okay? If there's some of you that live in Paris, some of my subscribers I know that live in Paris, if you want me to come back and visit again, send for me and show me around. Maybe I didn't get the gist of Paris. I don't know. But it just wasn't. Let me get into this message, y'all. Listen. When you activate and do this work in and on your root chakra to raise up your Kundalini serpent fire, dragon energy, you're raising God. You are raising heaven and hell. You know how they say she raising hell? You're literally doing that when you do this work in and on your root chakra. Yeah, this is the underworld. It's heaven and it's hell. But in order to get to heaven, you got to go through hell. Yeah, that's right. Right. So let's get into the gist and the meat, the girth of this message, y'all. Okay, listen. What is pussy power? POOS hyphenated E. Don't forget to get your merch on my website. All right. Here I got some bullet points in front of me. This is what Spirit told me to write, and then I'll expound as I usually do. So, what is pussy power? It's the creative life force that births worlds, ideas, and transformations. As we know, we're talking about awakening your God and goddess energy. What does God do? God creates. God gives birth to. God innovates, right? The God energy is a creative energy. The goddess energy is a creative energy. When we talk about tapping into our divine feminine energy, this dark divine feminine energy, we are talking about tapping into the energy of creation. When you do this work in and on your root chakra to heal your pussy, especially if you've experienced some sort of sexual trauma, okay? Even if you didn't experience sexual trauma, some of you think you didn't experience sexual trauma. Let me break this down. If you were in an unhealthy, toxic relationship with a man or woman, whatever floats your boat, okay, I don't know, whatever floats your boat. If you were in a toxic relationship or an unhealthy or unhappy relationship and you were having sex with somebody who did not make you happy, who did not add to your happiness, when I say make you happy, did not add to your happiness. They did not add to your evolution, right? If anything, your health was declining, your beauty was declining, your skin didn't have that glow anymore. Your skin was breaking out when you were with this particular person. You gained unhealthy amount of weight when you were with this person. You lost an unhealthy amount of weight when you were with this person. Your hair was falling out. Your nails were brittle. The light was taken from, you could see the light being taken from you, okay? If you were in that type of relationship, okay, that is a form of sexual trauma because what's happening is your body is experiencing a disconnect, right? Your body is experiencing, I know this isn't a word, but I'm going to say it, displeasure, right? Because it knows that you are connected or yoked to someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. That's a form of sexual trauma. For those of you who have been in relationships, I probably should say this for my members only. I'll save that for my members only. We'll just leave it. Become a member over on Patreon for the deeper dive, okay? We talk about how being in unhealthy relationships and how to heal from unhealthy relationships, especially if that unhealthy relationship negatively affected your body on a blood DNA level. If you know, you know. Become a member over on Patreon for those deep dives. Also, if you become a member, don't just wait for the most recent upload, okay? Go through the archives, listen to everything, read everything, take notes on everything, okay? You are a member, go into the archives and do your due diligence on everything. Don't just wait for the most recent thing, okay? Anyway, so again, you're tapping into life force, creative force. So when you do this work in and on your root chakra, when you commune with your pussy will guide you to your purpose. Fuck following the white rabbit, okay? Follow the black cat, your black kitty cat, okay? And when I say black, yes, I'm talking to my melanin Black women, but I'm also talking to all women because when we talk about your black cat, the black essence represents the shadow, okay? You're doing this work in your underworld, all right? You're following your black cat, whether you are butter pecan Puerto Rican, whether you are Caucasian persuasion, okay? Whether you are my black chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate sisters, whatever you are, whatever nationality or culture you are, this is for you. You have a black cat, okay? The power that lives in the shadows is your black cat in your root chakra, in your pussy. Follow that. When you heal and do this work in and on your root chakra, okay, you are learning to commune and listen to the voice of your pussy. And your pussy will guide you to your purpose. Yeah. Let's keep going. Ooh, I just love that. May your pussy, may your pussy guide you? I wanted to say, what is it that Yoda says, Yodi, whatever his name? May the force be with you. I want to say, may your pussy forever and always be with you. May your pussy be with you. May the force be with you. Okay, listen. Next one. What is pussy power really? The next bullet that I have is it's the seat of your confidence, as we talk about all the time, your intuition, and your dark divine feminine rhythm. Okay. It's the seat of your confidence. Did you hear what I said? It's the seat of your confidence, meaning you're seated, seated in your position of power. Being seated in your confidence, you're sitting on it. Okay? Being seated in your confidence, SEATED. You're seated in your confidence means you're seated in your power, which means you're seated on your throne. Your throne is your body. Are you seated on your throne of power, which is your body? Most women are not, because we've suffered from this disconnection. We've suffered from the disconnection that we have with our bodies. And not knowing the power of our bodies, not knowing the power of our womb creates a disconnection between ourselves and our power because of the disconnection that we have with our bodies. Does this make sense? So when you do this work in and on yourself, all right, to heal your root chakra, to raise that serpent kundalini dragon fire up, you are communing with your pussy in a way that it reseats you in your position of power. In order to be seated in a position of power in the world, right? Again, many of you, your callings and your purpose are to be political leaders, presidents of countries, congressmen, congresswomen. Some of you will be called into marrying into royal families and shit. I am seeing Meghan Markle in my head. That was her pussy guiding her to her purpose. Oh yes. You think Meghan Markle? You think Meghan Markle doesn't do work on her root chakra? Of course she does. Of course she has. She had to be prepared for the life she was being called into, like many of you are. Many of you are suffering because you aren't doing the work in and on yourself. And the reason you need to do the work in and on yourself is because you're called to answer the type of calling that Meghan Markle did. Some of you are called to be the Duchess. Ooh, that is your purpose, to be the Duchess. Why? I'm getting Esther, right? One Night with the King. If y'all have never seen that on YouTube, you should watch that movie, One Night with the King. Sorry, this is kind of itchy. One Night with the King, all right? She was called to marry into royalty, right? And why was she called to marry into royalty? Royalty. Why was she called? So she could save millions of people. Her people and the generations to come. And that she did. Esther was very activated in her pussy power and the power of her pussy. Why? Because she was tuned into God. She fasted, she prayed. She was very confident too. Even with the mire or the meek, humble beginnings that she had, she was very attuned into her confidence. She was really beautiful. Right? She was tapped in, tuned in, turned on to her pussy power because she was tapped in, tuned in, turned on to God. Your pussy and God are one and the same. She won the heart of the king because, remember, people can experience the power of your pussy through your voice, through your purpose, through your mission. Remember, if you're a singer, they experience the power of your pussy through that. If you're a speaker, they experience the power of your pussy through that. Esther could read. The other women couldn't. That is the power of your pussy at work. The king fell in love with her because she could read. She was activated. Her throat chakra was activated. She could speak. He fell in love with her through her voice when she read stories to him. Are you hearing me? This is how big some of your missions are. You are called to be the Duchess. Why? So you could probably save millions of lives. Yeah, including your own. Let's keep going. Being seated in your confidence. Seated, you're sitting on your power. You're sitting on your confidence. This is your throne. Your power lives below what lies beneath, what lies below. There was a movie called What Lies Below or What Lies Beneath or something like that. That's what I'm hearing. Doing the work in your underworld so that you can be seated in your confidence and your intuition. Your pussy is very intuitive. This is why I say it will guide you to your purpose. It will guide you to your magnetism. It would guide you on how to activate your beauty. It would guide you on who to get in a relationship with. It would even guide you on who and who not to sleep with. Your pussy is very intuitive. It will guide you on what jobs you should take. It will guide you when you need to leave a job. Yeah. Oh, I'm in the same boat. You're not alone. Trust me. When I'm speaking to you, I'm talking to myself. That is very intuitive. It will guide you on who your friends are, who they're not. Yeah, it's very intuitive. It will guide you on where to go. If you should go to that meeting, if you should go to that event, if you should go to that, right? I want to share something with y'all. I was invited to a birthday party. It wasn't a party, but it was a birthday dinner. It was 8 women there, including me. And the whole time I was grappling with myself if I wanted to go to this gathering, if I wanted to go to this birthday dinner. The woman whose birthday dinner it was, she invited me. I reached out to her because I wanted to do business with her. And I've reached out to her. I met her last year and we never had a chance to meet after that. We just kind of send emails back and forth. And so she said, my birthday's coming up. It would be great for you to come. So I decided I would go, although I grappled with it. The entire time my intuition was like, at first I couldn't decipher if it was my intuition or if it was my lack of interest in peopling, right? Because sometimes you just don't fucking feel like peopling. So I knew I didn't feel like peopling, but there was also another part of me that just really didn't want to go. Besides not wanting to people, it was a part of me that just didn't really feel like going. But I said I would go because I told her I would come. And because I wanted to do business with her, I wanted to show myself friendly. I wanted to show up because I hadn't seen her in a while. And obviously, when you're trying to enter into collaboration or partnership or business with someone, you want to show up to some things, right? You feel guided to do that. But again, I was grappling with it and I finally just decided I would go. Y'all, I went to this dinner, only 8 women. I didn't know any of the women there. They didn't know me. Some of them knew each other. They knew the birthday lady. Do you know one of them bitches stole my debit card and my driver's license from my purse that night? Yeah. Only 8 women at a table, plus the wait staff, which was a man. And I was so flabbergasted. I was so thrown. I was so shocked by it. And I'm bringing this back to your pussy guiding you, being very intuitive, because the entire night before I got there, even a couple of days before I got there, I was grappling. Should I go? Should I go? Should I go? I don't know if I really want to go. I don't know if I really want to go. I should have listened to that part of me that didn't feel, because when your intuition guides you to do something, you are aroused by the idea. This is how you learn to listen to the voice of your pussy. If you're not turned on or aroused by the idea of being with someone or going somewhere or doing a thing, if it doesn't turn you on, literally, if you don't get horny by the idea of whatever that thing is, then don't do it. You know it's your pussy guiding you to do something because you're literally turned on, you're aroused, you're horny to do the thing, to go to the place, to create the thing, to say the thing, to write the thing, to date the person. And when I say horny, I don't mean you want to jump somebody's bones. That's not what this means. We're talking about when this energy rises up and is speaking in you, it feels like arousal. It feels erotic. But the misconception and the ignorance around that has been, oh, I feel horny, I feel turned on. It means I need to go jump somebody's bones. That's not what it means. It's just the first indicator that spirit, God, is awakening, rising up in you to commune with you. But many of you have been so turned off to the idea of sensual and sexual energy. We've been taught to be so ignorant about it that many of us in the past, right? Even me in the past, thought that meant to go fuck it away. Thus pouring out all that power. Thus pouring out or silencing the voice of God when it's trying to rise up and speak in you. Are y'all hearing me? Does this make sense? I'm hearing, try to fuck it away. away. Boom, 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 boom. But that didn't make it any better. Try to sex it away. I'm making up my own words. Fuck it away. Away. It's like cranes in the sky. Sometimes I want to feel those little clouds. That's what I'm hearing. We tried to fuck it away. And that made it worse. When you're feeling aroused, when you feel that initial arousal come up, that is the voice of God. That is the voice of your pussy trying to commune with you. Don't fuck her away. Don't do that. Not right away, anyway. Wait, chill. Wait a minute, chill. Tune in, listen to it, journal, write it out, figure it out. What? Look down and say, pussy, what are you trying to tell me, pussy? That's your big nugget right there. I just gave that. I gave that for free. You're welcome. If that resonated with you, make sure you write in the comment section. Okay? Make sure you write something in the comment section. What should you write in the comment section? It'll come to me towards the end, as it always does. Let's keep going because I got so many notes here and I haven't even broken it all down. Matter of fact, I think I won't stop right here. Spirit says stop right here. I'm going to stop right here because we're at 26 minutes. This is way too long. So I was going to start making these a little bit more succinct, right? But I want to get further into what pussy power really means, the disconnection, and how to reclaim that power, and then turning that power into your purpose and magnetism. Turning that power into, again, your purpose, your magnetism, your beauty, your spiritual gifts, tapping into that power to remember who and what you are. Okay? If you would like a deeper dive, if you would like the yummy, juicy, delicious, extended version of this, then become a member over on Patreon. That's where the rest of this is going to be. Okay. Patreon.com/Alcheminity. The information's in the description box. Again, if you haven't subscribed here, go ahead and do that. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe now. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this. Get Alcheminity up in the algorithm. Okay. Get us up in the algorithm. Share it with other folks so they can find us here. All right. Don't forget to comment. Also, don't forget to get your copy of Activate. It's available on paperback, on Amazon in paperback or ebook. All right. I'll see you over on Patreon for the extended version of this. All right. Ciao.